Doubtlessly they are enjoying a feast at the moment. Let's get over there. Yeah, my legs. Oh yeah, looks like they're enjoying something.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humours.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when he took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
When he appeared at Fulcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion, that the something else I had sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean?
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Ah! I found you at last! A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Anawa.
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then, Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphonso is allowing his feelings for this dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of ISHGARD that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Indeed, indeed. Oh, yes. Going off and out, let's go talk to Sir Emmerich. What news has Sir Emmerich to share with us, I wonder? Indeed. I don't know which one to do. Let's go with that one. At this rate, I'm going to need to start getting rid of stuff again. I have a lot of random things. Okay, can I use any of these? No. Okay, I need to go back to my room for a moment. And from there, we can put stuff away at our summoning bell. Grambia, I need to give you stuff. And trust duplicates. Sure. Sounds good. Excellent. Couldn't take those. Sure, let's just put all this stuff in your inventory for now, so I can just get it out of the way. Oh yeah, we have these. I'll probably put those in the glamour dresser instead. I think all that works. What else have I got? Alright, you have those. You know, it comes to my attention that I'm carrying around all these as well. So I should probably put those away. And there's Tiberanth, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's fine. We can sell those on the market, so that works out. I think that's everything. Nice. Huh. Okay. Let's see what Reen is carrying around, and see what I can give her as well. Oh, you know, 2. Whatever. Sounds good. Alright. Let's put these in the Drammer Glamour. Drammer Gresser? Okay, sounds good. And the glamour dresser. I don't mess around with all this stuff later. Those are fingerless gloves, right? What do those look like? Looks nice. Okay, devilry trousers. We have Knight of Devilry boots. And let's just do the quick test to see what's what. Alright, looks like top and bottom. Sounds good. And then, I think I got that. I don't remember where I got those from, but it does clear up a lot of our inventory. Excellent. Let's go. While that loads, I'm going to use the restroom, and I'm going to get some water. And so we return once more. Right, let's go. What are we doing? Right. I'm gonna go talk to him. To Sir Emmerich. His running animation reminds me of that one green screen running animation where it has a celebrity. He just they're just running in place. Might Sir Emmerich perchance have received word of a Dravanian advance? Or mayhap they have located Esti. That is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found. Come, I would hear the Lord Commander. I would hear what the Lord Commander has to say.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume ISHGARD's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
You speak of Hraesvelgr?
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal, I do not deny. Nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hraesvelgr's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal. And if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of ISHGARD. Come what may, my friends, The battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
We will, my lord, though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then, we will depart at your leisure.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
Alright then. Looks like Sir Emmerich is coming with us to speak to Hraesvelgr. It grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you of all people understand the threat we now face. It is no imposition, Sir Emmerich. To Fen and I, ISHGARD is as a second home. After the many battles we have fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight of your nation has become our own. If there is aught we can do to aid in its salvation, then pray impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about our task, then? We have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike, but we must assume that that time will not be our ally. Indeed. With that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Totaro that you will be escorting me to Somal. I confess, I did not provide the exact details of our destination, but they are, as of yet, unknown to me. We will summon Hraesvelgr with Zenith and the Churning Mists. Ere we begin our ascent, however, I think it best that we pay a visit to Alan Extreme. Seek the advantage in the coming negotiations. I do. I would consult with Vidofnir. I propose this in part out of concern for her condition. Were she to succumb to her wounds, it could have grave consequences for our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. Seem to be having a problem. Oh, good. We are now live again. Excellent. Well reasoned. To the Javanian foelands, then. Alright, off we go. The Javanian foelands. Can I get up directly from here? Yes? Maybe? Over it off now. Ah, 'tis the warrior of warriors and his companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vedopnir. I hope your wound does not pain you overmuch. Didst thou imagine to close me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad am I to hear it. You were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of ISHGARD, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and thou thought to protect me, mortal? I was tempered by the flames of battle ere thy great-grandsire learned to crawl. Thy words remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to that era of peace, when man and dragon knew such companionship. Would that our every effort to do so not be undone by some ancient rancor. For a truth, there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade still lingereth. As that much is plain, yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for Samal, to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly. Thou knowest as well as I, how he will answer. Hraesvelgr's heart remains unchanged, then. Pity. But if it is a folly to hope, then I am content to die a fool. As hath ever been the way of thy kind. Go then, but be warned. The Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vedopnir. We shall disturb your rest no longer. Pepperoncino? Next will be, Puppuccino. What do we have? Tenacity. Skill speed, spell speed. Piety. We'll go with that. For those of you who don't know, a puppuccino is what you can get at Starbucks and some other places. It's essentially like a little plastic cup. They put whipped cream in it. And dogs love it. They go crazy for it. Though I expected no better answer from Vedopnir, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. It would seem that our presence at Zenith will be every bit as unwelcome as I had anticipated. But what is the ire of a great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alvino. Scout ahead if you wish, Fen. We shall join you outside Mogholm. Winning over the worm. To Mogholm we go. Man, they got here fast. I had heard tales of the world above the clouds, but never did I dream. One's mind paints a pale picture of its majesty. Few live to see such wonders. I am reminded of my first visit to this peak, when Estinian Isael yet walked at our side. Is that you, Fen? If it isn't Mog. Mog, don't tell me you forgot my name, Gubble. After all we've been through together. But at least you remember me. You do remember me, don't you, Ben? Moglin? How'd you mistake me for that overstuffed throne warmer? I'm Morgan, the courageous Moogle who guided you to Zenith. Come on. But putting our shared history to one side, what brings you and your friends to Mugholm, Gubbo? Ah, another audience with old Hraesvelgr. Well, I hope you brought the horn, Gubbo. With the winds as gentle as they are, a good loud toot should reach the Great Worm's ears easily enough. That's good to hear, Morgan. Thank you. We had best press on to Zenith, while the winds are in our favor. Just a moment, Gubbo. I need you to do this extremely long quest first. Now that was unexpected, Gubbo. Chieftain Moglin want to hear about this. Zenith.
Great Hraesvelgr, 'tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Greetings, Hraesvelgr. I am Emmerich de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of ISHGARD. I am come before you to parley on behalf of my people. Foresaw mine intent.
Lis ech nitieg casmon ikini, lis nuan jas an es in. Salen Monanesh, Ndahain. Stapol Iani Nithek, Shinhes Isso, Alnofa Is Inan. Set Osk, Kom Inithek Kinan, Nosk Delgan En.
We understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope? I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear Hraesvelgr upon your back?
Isno Kaisiai Holes Eskdir Valsu Nesk An in Eskbar An Snauha Us Hesner Ikin En Elan.
So you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting. It seems to me that you have not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Snosk Inletlai, Melosk Asisa, Egmonkin Unaen.
Should we suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin. When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the Warrior of Light to slay him, an act alike to patricide. That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Sekmon infin, Sesk Antis Ekmon, Kin Al Ud. Sloskna, Dyrkin Iles, Kolhes na Inish, Draor in. Ndaniteg, Ngarjas, Nosk in An. Slisva Olkas
So we appeal to his desire to help us save someone instead of just, oh, well, it's uncertain, so you know, that would be bad for both of us. You know, it's more of something where it's like, help us rescue someone. Not, you know, well, we can make everything, we can set out a certain future. This whole thing of if you ask somebody to help you do something so that you can save someone from a burning building, they're more likely to do it, so long as they don't put themselves in extreme mortal danger. Like, if there's a burning building and your kid is inside, and there's a rope, and I guess you're the one to tie the rope to yourself when you go in, and you ask someone to hold the rope so that they can give you slack, and so you know what way to go, I guess. That might work. I wouldn't recommend that, but, you know, that's the idea. Help us save our companion, Hraesvelgr.
Skor ich les imo.